What was the question? I played drums. I started playing drums when I was like 13 because I wanted a make-believe band at the time. So I came with Unwritten Law, and we went to school here. And the last instrument for us to come up with was drums, so I became the drummer. And then we just kept practicing. And 85 members later, 7 years later, I got our first record deal, a second one, a third, and fourth, and going on my fifth. And but when I went to Poway High, I mean, I dropped out of Poway High when I was in ninth grade. There just wasn't that much. I didn't have this, that's for sure. Or the coolest teacher is this. And so I've been working with him just the other day, and this is really amazing. So definitely, it just seems like a lot different vibe, a lot more. It's evolved more, I guess you could say that. And so yeah, I play drums, but then I also songwrite, and I do art. I love art. I love art, period. It's the best freedom you can have in the world, being any type of artist. It's the best freedom in the whole world.
So how about some drum rhythms? Give us some background on what got you into drumming, and what do you consider as your drumming style?
I actually liked the drummer at Kiss when I first started because he puked up blood and he had pain and he was like satanic looking. But then I liked punk rock at first because that's what got me into music, and it was easier to play punk rock because no one really liked it then. And then when I really started getting into drumming a bit later, it was a Rush record called, I think, Farewell to the King.
Farewell to the King.
Yeah, Farewell to the Kings or Hemispheres. Yep. And then it just evolves and stuff. But I'm not like the biggest drum solo guy. I just hit really hard. And I'm not a big drum solo guy because I like to play with other musicians or stuff like that. But,
so basic
I used to be in
rhythms?
dark. And here's the punk rock leather jacket. And you make your own, put studs in them, leopard skin, and
put it on.
Can I pass that around to these guys? They can check out the work.
You guys are welcome to put it on. If you guys want to. There's a lot of time that goes into those. You can't find those at Spencer's.
So notice ahead of time, this is a makeshift drum kit we put together from the band up there. It's not something that we've tuned in and dialed in, but Wade, you'll make it work and figure it out.
I don't even anyone want to hear a song? I'm not a big drum song.
Give us a shoulda known better.
Oh, one of my own songs?
Yeah.
I forgot.
Or can you do Tom Sawyer? These guys love Tom Sawyer.
Yeah, okay. So I've done
Start with that. So that's straightforward rock and roll.
Right.
4/4. How about a jazz rhythm? How would you define a
I
jazz
guess
rhythm?
jazz rhythm would be kind of like more like it sort of seems to go off like. It's always like really loose on the snare. There's always like a. And the best drummer ever of all time is a guy called Buddy Rich. He's pretty much god of drums. All instruments, there is a god of drumming. It's Buddy Rich. And you see his old videos, you look at the guy and you go, how is this guy even doing that with his left hand? So when I saw that, I like completely wanted to quit drumming for about a year.
He's an old guy, out of shape, in a suit.
When you see some of those
regarded
videos,
as
he's
the
actually
absolute greatest drummer in the
glowing.
world.
There's like that onk on his, it's like he's completely out of body. I'm a good friend of like the trombone Tool. I like a lot.
Ginger Baker?
Danny Carey, I think. Ginger Baker. All the dead ones I like completely. And but definitely like even like I love the White Stripes drummer, the chick, because she just keeps such an easy beat. It doesn't have to be like perfect beats. It can be sloppy.
So how would that sound if it's different than, say, technically Neil Peart is a very technical drummer.
Right.
Rush is a very technical thing. She's got kind of a blues slush to her sound, right?
Everything's off a beat, so it's like even the most simplest stuff's rap.
And then Stuart Copeland goes a little bit more jungly, tribally.
Stuart Copeland would be like.
So African rhythms, how do you define that different from
African rhythms? I was gonna think of African, everything. I think there's like two different styles. African would be just like. To it, like very not white. You know what I mean? I'm just as the demographic go.
Right.
Anyone heard of the band D'Antwood yet?
D'Antwood?
Yeah. Right. So enthralled with this band. They're from South Africa. That's where you get chicken out there right now.
So if a percussionist plays, say for example, a djembe, or they play percussion, usually the percussion is filling the drums, right? They play into your rhythm.
I'll jam light.
You'll jam to her?
Yeah. Every drum beat comes from like, I think there's, what did Buddy Rich say? There's only like five rhythms in the world. It's either like an African beat, and then there's a jazz beat, and then there's a rock beat. But like all rhythms come from like 4 or 5 rudiments. I mean, period. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you can get technical and make things weird. Add stuff in there, but if it's got a rhythm, it comes from some style of it. I mean,
so there's
a
5 basic chords.
heartbeat's got a rhythm. I mean, if it's murmuring or stopping, you're not really holding a rhythm, I guess.
So if you were to play like one of your most straightforward punk tracks, so let's say from the Blue Room, what would that sound like? What makes it punk rock?
That's real simple.
Got a little
yeah.